Yes student, today we are going to solve some very short answer type question based on the chapter polynomial, or you can say this is a test ourselves from the knowledge that we have gained yet now. What is the degree of, number first question is what is the degree of zero polynomial? So the degree of zero polynomial, if we say zero polynomial, means we have to take the constant number 0. Zero polynomial means the constant number 0. Then we will say its degree is not defined. Then its degree is not defined. Now why its degree is not defined? Because we cannot decide what is the highest power of zero polynomial. If we try to write 0, we can multiply 0 by, if we write 0 x raised to the power 3 and 0 x raised to the power 2, you can continue your polynomial according to the definition of polynomial. If we write it down, it will be like this: 0 x raised to the power 1 or 0 x raised to the power 0. So 0 means we can write 0 into x raised to the power 3 plus 0 into x raised to the power 2 plus 0 into x raised to the power 1 plus 0 into x raised to the power 0. In all these variables which we have taken, x raised to the power 3, x raised to the power 2, the coefficient is 0. When we multiply these two, it will become 0. When we multiply these two, it will become 0. When we multiply it, 0, 0, and we plus add all the 0, we will get 0. So we cannot decide which will be the highest power of the polynomial, because as multiplying it with the coefficient 0, all the power become 0. If we multiply 0 into x raised to the power 3, it becomes 0. It means we cannot take 3 as highest power. If we multiply x raised to the power 2 by 0, then it becomes 0. So we cannot take the highest power as 2. So since all the coefficients are 0, so it is not possible to decide which is the highest power of the polynomial. And if it could not be decided the highest power, it means we cannot tell what is the degree of the polynomial. So we can say the degree of the polynomial is not defined. We cannot define it. So whenever you have to write the degree of zero polynomial, we write the degree of zero polynomial as not defined. Come to the second question. What is the degree of polynomial root 3? Now here is the constant number root 3, and we can write root 3 as root 3 into 1, and we know that if we remember the law of exponent, we can take x raised to the power 0, since we know that a raised to the power 0 equal to 1. If we take it at x raised to the power 0 in place of 1, so it means we get root 3 into x raised to the power 0. So when we multiply these two, root 3 into 1, it will change into root 3. So we can say the degree of the polynomial root 3 is 0. Here the degree is 0. So whenever you have any constant number as a polynomial other than 0, then the degree will be always 0. Why 0? Because it is formed by taking the laws of exponent. We can write root 3 as root 3 into 1, and in place of 1 we can write x raised to the power 0, because we know that a raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. So here we can decide the degree. The highest power that can be taken is 0. Third, what is the degree of the polynomial? Now this is the polynomial given. Degree means we have to find out the highest power. So by observing we can see the highest power is 3. So here in this polynomial the degree is 3. Number 4th question, write a binomial. Binomial means such a polynomial which have two terms of degree 50, and we have to take the degree 50. It means we have to take the highest value of the variable as 50. So let us take the variable x. We can write x minus x raised to the power 50. You can write it as, or you can take, I am changing the variable, you can take y raised to the power 50 plus 1 you can take. We have to take such a polynomial which has two terms, y raised to the power 50 plus 1, and the degree of the polynomial is 50 because here in this example I have taken one variable, so its degree is, its power, its will be considered as the highest power, so we can say the degree is the highest, that is 50. If we take two variables in combination, then out of the two we have to take the power of one variable as 50 and of another less than 50. Any number you can take 49 also over here, you can take 13 over here, but it should be less than 50. So this way you can frame any binomial. Number 5th, write the coefficient of y in the expansion 5 minus y whole square. So first of all we have to expand it. It means we have to check which identity can be applicable over here. So if you observe here, x minus y whole square, it means we can write 5 minus y square equal to the square of first number minus 2 into first number into second number plus square of second number. So if we are going to solve, 5 5 25, 2 5 10y plus y square. Now we have to write the coefficient of y. So here y we have this coefficient, means the numerical value. So the coefficient of y, what we are getting, minus 10. So we will say coefficient of y is equal to minus 10. So here coefficient means the constant value of, or the numerical value of the variable y. Number 6th question. If px is equal to x square minus 5x plus 1, we have learned that polynomial is denoted by px. Find pt, p2 and p minus 1. So we have to first find the value of p2, means in place of x we have to put the value 2 and do the calculation. Then in place of x we have to write minus 1 and do the calculation. Hence p2 plus p minus 1. Then after that what we have to do, we have to add the values, the answer that we get, so that we can get the required condition. So let us solve. Let us first write p2, 2 whole square minus 5 into 2 plus 1. So this will give 2 into 2 4 minus 5 to 10 plus 1. If we solve it, 4 plus 1 5 and minus 10 plus 5 will give minus 5. So the value of p2 is minus 5. Now the value of p minus 1, minus 1 whole square minus 5 into minus 1 plus 1. We have to substitute the value in place of x. So minus square will change into plus 1, minus minus plus 5 and plus 1. All of them are in positive sign, so all of them will be added, 5 6 7. So the value of p2 we have minus 5 and the value of p minus 1 we have 7. Now what we have to do, we have to add both of them. Therefore p2 plus p minus 1, p2 plus p minus 1 is equal to, the value of p2 we have minus 5 and the value of p minus 1 we have 7. Both of them are in opposite sign, so it means they are to be subtracted. 7 minus 5 will give 2. Greater number is in positive, so 2 plus 2 will be the answer. So this way we can calculate. Question number 7. Now comes the question based on factorize x square minus 16. So here also we have to identify the algebraic identity. First number is in square. We have to decide whether the second number can be converted in the form of square of any number. So if we are going to try it out, yes it can be. We can write 16 as the square of 4. First number is x square. If we suppose the second number as y square, then we know the identity x square minus y square is equal to x plus y and x minus y. So based on it we can solve it taking the right hand side portion. It means x plus 4 and x minus 4. So factorize means the factor of this is x plus 4 and x minus 4. Last question, factorize. Again the question based on factorize. X square minus 4x plus 4. Here three terms are in combination. First number is in square. So let us check any other number is in the form of, can be converted in the form of square. Yes, it can be. So if we find two numbers in the form of square, then we have to identify either x plus y whole square identity or x minus y whole square identity. Since here the term at the middle is in negative, so we have to check whether it is verifying the condition of x minus y whole square identity or not. X square minus 2xy plus y square. So let us solve it. X square plus 2 square. Here is minus sign. We know that at the middle what the number we have, 2 into x into y. In place of y we have 2. So let us multiply. Minus plus minus, 2 into 2 gives 4 and x. So we are getting the correct term. So it means it is the correct form, the right hand side portion of the identity x minus y whole square. So our answer will be the left hand side portion. It means we will get x minus, in place of y what we have, 2, x minus 2 whole square. So the factor of this is x minus 2 whole square, or you can split it, you can write it 2 times x minus 2 and x minus 2. We can write it splitting it. So this way we can solve some problems, some short questions based on the polynomial chapter. Thank you.